We are witnessing a massive shift. Tech giants are racing for ultimate control. Beyond the hype lies the real turning point. This is where the future is being written.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We are living through an absolutely massive paradigm shift in artificial intelligence right now. Think about it. We're transitioning from a period defined purely by this mad dash to build more powerful AI into a high-stakes era focused on governing and controlling these increasingly autonomous systems. If you've been tracking the latest developments, you already know the tension is escalating. We are literally standing at a crossroads between raw capability and responsible control. Now, you might have seen some recent security incidents making headlines, right? Things like autonomous agents getting hijacked via prompt injections or these super sophisticated jailbreaks. But I want to be absolutely clear here. These events do not mean AI has become uncontrollable. No way. Actually, what they do show us is exactly why rigorous testing, oversight, and governance are becoming absolutely crucial as these capabilities explode. We're officially moving out of that experimental laboratory phase and squarely into real-world deployment. And just look at the sheer scale of this explainer story. We're talking about the absolute titans of technology and global governance coming to the table all at once. You've got OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and crucially, the immense regulatory weight of the European Union. So yeah, this isn't just some niche software update. This is a global shift involving the biggest players on the planet, and they are all navigating this exact moment in history together. Section 1. Governments are moving faster. For years, the narrative was that regulation just kind of lagged behind innovation. It always struggled to keep pace with the speed of code. But that balance is finally starting to shift. Governments are waking up and moving way faster than we've historically seen. For example, the European Union is pushing ahead with key provisions of its AI Act. This is a truly historic regulatory milestone. It explicitly expands oversight of what they classify as high-risk AI systems, and it significantly bumps up the compliance expectations for those major AI developers we were just talking about. It completely changes the playing field. Now, governments are trying to perform a really delicate balancing act here. The objective of these regulatory actions isn't to just halt innovation or slam the brakes on technological progress. Not at all. Rather, the goal is to ensure that as these incredibly capable AI systems are woven into society, they are actually deployed responsibly and safely. Section 2. The tech industry responds. What's really interesting here is that governments aren't acting in a vacuum, and tech companies are definitely not sitting around waiting to be told what to do. They're actively responding, pouring billions into the infrastructure of safety, evaluation, and cybersecurity. And within the industry itself, we're seeing this fascinating high-stakes debate between two competing ideologies. On one side, you have organizations strongly advocating for open AI development. They argue that transparency and crowdsourced security make the whole ecosystem safer and way more resilient. On the flip side, some organizations argue that the most capable frontier systems should be released much more cautiously, keeping the underlying code closed to prevent misuse by bad actors. Both sides bring really compelling arguments to the table for how to best secure our future, and different companies are committing to very different paths. But here's the thing. Despite those differing philosophies on exactly how to get there, almost everyone across the industry agrees on one fundamental point. As AI gets more capable, safety, evaluation frameworks, and cybersecurity, they can no longer be treated as an afterthought. Safety is no longer optional, folks. It is the absolute core requirement for even staying in the game. Section 3. Beyond the chatbot. To really grasp why safety is suddenly so paramount, we have to completely break out of the whole chatbot mindset. Generating text is literally just the tip of the iceberg here. The next stage of the AI revolution is about massive, unprecedented scale. The AI race today is expanding across incredibly complex frontiers. We are talking about autonomous agents acting on our behalf, advanced physical robotics, supercharging scientific discovery, and next-generation cybersecurity. It's becoming deeply embedded in healthcare, education, and enterprise automation. And underpinning all of this, a massive capital-intensive physical arms race for custom AI chips and enormous data centers, some of which are projected to need as much power as entire small countries. This is happening incredibly fast, and it is happening absolutely everywhere. And because this race is expanding into such high-stakes arenas like healthcare and critical enterprise infrastructure, the rules of the game have fundamentally changed. Building the absolute smartest model just isn't enough anymore. Success now depends on reliability. It depends on unwavering trust, bulletproof security, and clear governance. Section 4. A new global reality. Let's zoom out a bit and see how this builds into our everyday lives. When you connect this technology directly to broader society, it's crystal clear that AI is no longer just a tech story. It's a massive economic story impacting global jobs, productivity, and markets. It's a geopolitical story driving fierce strategic competition between nations. It's a scientific story accelerating how we discover new medicines and materials. And increasingly, it is a public policy story forcing us all to rethink laws, define digital ethics, and protect human rights. So what should you really take away from this? Well, whether you are a software developer, a student, a business owner, or an investor, artificial intelligence is going to influence how you work, learn, communicate, and solve your everyday problems. The critical decisions being made right now by these companies and governments will literally define the landscape of tomorrow. Section 5. The era of trust. And that brings us to what I truly believe is a definitive turning point in human technological history. We are leaving the era of pure capability and entering the era of trust. So the crucial point is this. Every major technological revolution eventually reaches a point where society stops asking a certain kind of question. We are moving way past the engineering question of, can we build it? I mean, we know we can. The profound question we absolutely must answer now is, how should we use it? The next phase of this race will likely reward the organizations and the societies that figure out how to build the most trustworthy systems. Consider this profound thought, which I think perfectly captures the philosophical stakes of this entire paradigm shift. History may remember this period not as the moment AI became more intelligent, but as the moment humanity realized intelligence alone was not enough. That is just an incredibly powerful thought to carry with you as we navigate these next few pivotal years. Artificial intelligence is advancing faster than almost anyone imagined just a few years ago, and every single breakthrough brings incredible new opportunities as well as immense new responsibilities. I'd genuinely love to hear your perspective on everything we've covered in this explainer today. Do you think governments and AI companies are moving at the right pace? Or should more emphasis be placed on safety before releasing even more powerful systems? Drop your thoughts, predictions, or questions in the comments below. I read as many as I possibly can, and your ideas often inspire future explainers. Thank you so much for being part of a community that values thoughtful, structured, and respectful conversations about our future. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next explainer.